What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Hasturian era Prominence 2. Maybe I've done that in the wrong way around. But we are at home base now. There's there's one main sort of project I want to do, but it revolves getting involved in a couple of different mods. A few different mods, to be honest with you. So my plan is that I actually want to build a tavern. And there's a bunch of, there's a good few mods that you can actually get into that will allow you to do that. So we've got the Vinery mod, which adds brewing different vines with grapes and all of that stuff. And then you've also got the Brew Master, or Let's Brew, and where you can actually craft beer and different ales and whiskies and whatnot. So we are going to be planning on that, and I have tried my best to sort of get as much of it prepared as I possibly could, but I'm very sort of limited when I don't really have much experience with the mods. So what we want to do, first of all, is that we're going to want a way of getting below here, because obviously this one room, I want this to actually be the main tavern with some tables, chairs. We're going to swap out the windows to make it a little bit more better looking, and then what I may actually do is expand this can we get up here, this sort of balcony out a little bit more, so it comes out from there with some support structures underneath, so that way we can have a seating area outside sort of overlooking the sort of canyon and river, which will look pretty cool. But nevertheless, let's try to hop into it. So I've crafted a whole bunch of stuff, and I've also got a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not 100% sure how it works, so we're going to sort of be winging a lot of it. We're going to be mixing the Let's Vinery and the Let's Do Brew. So let's grab all of this stuff, and we're just going to first of all make our bar area. So let's get, so we've got sideboard, wall cabinets, you, and you. Okay, so we've got our actual bar counter. Now, do we want it facing in or out? We want it facing out, don't we? Yeah, so it's the other way. Let me grab my axe. Let's sort of set this up. So we probably don't want it facing that way, we want it facing this way. If we go 1, 2, and then 3, and then have this sort of coming along here. Have a pretty long bar there. And then we can grab our sideboards. So, 1, 2, like so. These they do have inventories. And then we're going to want, say, some big spruce bowl storages. And then we're going to want some wine racks just above them. Then perhaps some small spruce bottle storages. Like that. And then we can probably have some wall cabinets. Say one up there, one up there. And then we can have the sideboard for actually having sort of 3 bottles out. We're obviously going to have to put some light in, but this is going to be the general consensus of how the bar is going to look. Did I make anything else? We can obviously change this on the fly if we need more space. So let's put this stuff away. And let's, first of all, so I want to build an elevator using the create mod. And in order to do that, I want it to be like a 3x3 elevator, because we're going to want our brewing area below. So this is going to be our area to actually do the brewing in. So let's, okay, so we're over there. Now obviously we're not going to need the entire room, so what I'm probably going to do is do a partition wall somewhere about here, going down to around about here, and maybe cut it off to around about here, because we're not going to need a stupid amount of space. But what we are going to want to do is run all the way back over to here, to our storage area, because there are bar stools that you can make. I thought I had made some, but apparently I have not. So let's have a look. Is it in this mod? Doesn't look like it. Let's go bar stools. Awesome. And we're probably going to want spruce. So 4 sticks, 2 slabs. These are all things that we can do. There were slabs there. There were probably 6 there as well, I just didn't see. Do that, and then slabs. Just grab apparently 16. Should be more than fine. Then, oh my god, this is such a trek. The one downside of building a place that's freaking massive. I don't know why I've gone this way, because I've got no way back up. Crap. Can we grab some blocks? Please. Grab this dark cherry planks. And then we can put our bar stools down around the bar. Throw one in the corner over there. That's our little bar area. We're going to obviously set out tables and other bits and pieces, but for now that is going to do for our little bar area. And then we're going to be swapping over to our create bag. And our create bag, what we're going to want to do is set up a 3x3. So first of all, 3x3 of this. This is going to be our elevator platform. We're going to want the control, redstone, our elevator pulley, and we're going to want some blocks of some kind. Maybe some fences. We say do that. Do that. Oh, wrong way round. Awesome. Yay, quest done. Yeah, I've not got that before because I'd keep on crafting them in my bag and just putting them inside. 1, 2, 3. Then, oh, come on. 2, 3, 2, 3. Probably don't want that side open or that side. And we're probably going to want to close up these bits as well. And then we're probably going to want say you're going to be facing the wrong way apparently. So you face there, and then we're going to want another one facing that way. Oh really? Does it face automatically in the direction that would have been helpful to have known? So we've got that, which is going to be activating it, and then we're going to want, can we put you up here? Okay, cool. Okay. All actors off. That's fine. Put you up to here. And then from here we're going to want, say, put you there just for a second, then put you there. And this is where we're going to have to send our rotational force. And then that will take us sort of downstairs. Should be pretty cool. We're going to want a way of covering it. So first of all, we need to set up rotational force in here, and there's going to be 2 reasons that I want to do that. So maybe we are going to just cut this area down to about here and box it off. So let me do some building, box it off and create an area and actually get the rotational force running in order to get this elevator sort of functioning and working. So I'll catch you back in a sec. Alright, so phase 1's sort of done. So I've sort of boarded it off with just the same sort of brickwork that we've got on the hallways. I've swapped out all of the floor for the dark cherry planks. I've left this wall open just because I sort of like the outer sort of change of texture on the wall over here. And we've also got our elevator built. So we've got our stationary contraption, which allows us to pick the floor. You just use the scroll wheel going up and down to change it. And we've got the stationary contraptions, which will tell us which slot they're going at. So we can actually make this go down a lot further should we wish to. What we're going to do is, first of all, go up towards the tavern. And I'm going to hop off in this little midsection here just to show you what's going on. So I set up the 3 large water wheels just over there, and I've sort of stacked up the speed using the small and large cog sort of system. So I've sped the elevator going up, and I've just stretched it going all the way over here. And now what we are going to have to do is sort of tidy this all up a bit. Annoyingly, I'm going to have to get up there though. Well, that's going to be a problem for a second. Let's grab our andesite casing. So I want to be able to tidy this section up. So if we do that, that and that. And then we're going to want to say use some deep slate bricks just to fill in the gap where the elevator is sort of transitioning from one room to the next, and we're keeping this 3 wide gap in the center for when we upgrade to digital storage and we want things sort of auto crafting and linked up. We've got enough room to run cables above the actual rooms themselves. So that is that done. So if we say bust you for a second, come up to here, and then this is our little elevator contraption up here. What we can actually go ahead and do is just cover up this because it doesn't look overly pleasing. There we go. And that sort of matches the sort of spruce wood that we've got for our bar. All happy days there. So now if we go down to our tavern, or brewery, that is now all blocked in, so we've not got that ghastly sight above the ceiling. And then it settles in just there, perfectly fine. Happy days. And now we've got rotational force just behind this wall, because we're going to need it in a little bit. Well, I say we may need it. I don't know if I want to go that way with it or not, or if I just want to keep it to be a manual, because I'm thinking about making a fully automatic sort of vinery farm of gathering the grapes. But as for now, I don't know if I want to do that, or if I just want to build like a big greenhouse and have a big greenhouse outside somewhere. Like we've got the hills, so we can probably go outside and then down to make a like vineyard area. But nevertheless, that's going to be a problem for a second. So we've got our fermenting barrels, our grapevine pots, our apple presses, and then the rest of the stuff there is all of that. So we're probably going to want like, say, do we want it right against the wall? I don't think we do. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then our grapevine pots, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then our apple presses. I want all the brewing stuff around here. Like this does have an inventory, so let's say 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 more. Can we put them above? It's gonna look weird though, isn't it? We do that. I don't know, we may be able to get away with it. We do something like that. And then maybe have some cherry wood there. I want some cherry wood behind it. if we do, we're going to have to replace that wall, which I don't think we're able to do. Let's requeue for a second. Then we just move this forward by a block. So, 1, 2, 3. Do that. And then do that. Probably going to want to border it off on the other side now, which is going to be a little bit annoying because we're going to then have to break one of these guys. And then we can have our apple presses here. Maybe some chains, like hanging. Have we got chains? Not on us. I think we can make some. We do that, and then do that. 3. Just see how chains look. It doesn't look too bad. It looks like they're now at least hanging. What I'm thinking of doing is actually do the same sort of system for our beer barrels. Yeah, I'm going to need to make some more of these then, the fermenting barrels. We have them like in front here, and then have like a false wall behind them. Something like that. Maybe some like slabs of some kind, like a shelf. Is there shelves? Bookshelves, puppet shelves. So just slabs. There is mimic slabs actually that you can get from Create. How do we make them? Let's create copycat. There we go. So copycat slabs. How do we? Oh, in a stone cutter. I don't think we've got a stone cutter on us. Another track all the way over here. Should really start putting all of the sort of stone cutter and things inside my main backpack. Stone cutter. Let's grab and some alloys. Put you into there. You lied to me. Thinking it's... Oh, just zinc. Not the alloy. Zinc. Into... copycat slabs. And then we also need to figure out how to make more of the fermenting barrels. Is it fermenting? Yeah, these guys. So, a barrel and 2 sticks. That is doable. We should have barrels in here. And sticks. I don't think that's going to be enough sticks, is it? Another 7. Just make as many as we can. Like, I don't think you need, obviously I don't think you need this many. It's going to be way overkill. But for aesthetic's sake is why I want to fill out that wall with them. So we've got our light brewing section over here. The copycat ones are pretty cool, so that is not the way that we wanted to put that. No. Why are you placing that way? I don't want them being slabs on the wall. Nope. Why is it... Did I get wall slabs somehow? Shift. Right click with material design. Control toggle. Shift. Right click with empty hand to toggle connect textures. Put multiple copies of different materials in the same block space. That is not what I wanted. Just how do you place these? Okay, so it'll place if I go that, which is fine. And then if we say pick up that bottom one and then do that. Such an awkward way of doing it, but whatever. It doesn't look terrible actually. Then let's go and put our other beer barrels up there. Nice. So that's our little fermenting section. It's our wining section. And then we want to also, there's two different like brewing mods that I want to get into. You've got Let's Do Vinery, which is these grape seeds in order to make wine. And then you've got the other one, I've got to trying to tidy up my pockets. The other one is Let's Do Brewery. And I actually went ahead and got a couple of their things ready. But I want to upgrade them. I know that the Let's Do Brewery one is a little bit more finicky than the other ones. But what we are going to do is we've got the big barrels here. We've got our wooden silo, which I want to upgrade. And then we've got the wooden brewing station. But you can actually upgrade these to netherite. So I've got everything ready in order to do that. Where is our smithy? So we get the normal wooden brewing stations, and then you need the sentry, which took me about 3 hours finding these frickin' things. And then you can upgrade these to copper somehow. Why are you not letting me do this? There we go. So now I've got copper. And then we can do the upgrade to netherite. And I want to see how we upgrade the wooden silos as well. So these are also sentry to a copper silo. Awesome. So where is it? Sentry. How do we duplicate these again? Cobblestone and diamonds. Oh, that's going to be so expensive. I definitely don't need that much cobblestone. How many diamonds have we got? Not an awful lot in there. Not an awful lot in there. We've got some. I'm not going to blow through all of these. Do that. And do that. That is fine. Put you into there. Take one of you back into... you know what, 2 is fine in order to duplicate them. And we want to upgrade these to copper. Is that also in here? If we do that and then do this with copper. Oh, that was loud. Like, the silo is for drying out the crops that you get. So I think it's like hops, corn and barley that you need to farm for the Let's Do Brewery one. But let's have this set up over... got 2 false walls over there. Maybe have... I don't know how big the brewing things are. If I remember correctly, like 2 by 2 by 2. Yeah, okay. We do that, we do that. Oh yeah, I vaguely remember how awkward these things were. I'm not looking forward to this mod. Oh, sweet. Reward for completing all achievements. Oh, because I upgraded the thing. Okay, yeah. You don't actually have to brew anything for the brewery one. And then let's go... I did not realise they stack. That's pretty cool. So you can fill these with the barley and the hops to dry them out before you do the brewing. And then we've got the big barrels. How big are you? Whoa, you are very big. 2, 3, 4. Okay. I need to learn how to use that mod, but we're going to focus on this one for a moment. I'm trying to decide now whether or not to do the manual vining farm, or if I want to actually go and make it just fully automatic for the vineyard. I think for the time being I'm just going to do a manual one until I know how everything works, and then I may switch it to automatic. But yeah, for the time being, let me sort of where could be a good place, like how bad of an area is this? Dude, stop climbing. Okay. So maybe that area just down there, like a vineyard farm. But in order to do that, I am going to have to make a bunch of greenhouse glass. And the greenhouse glass will allow me to grow any seeds during any time of the year without a penalty. Because if we have a look at, I know that some of the which ones was that? Like a lot of them will have this, won't grow in this season. I'm fairly sure not the hops, the barley does. So what else is it? We want to find barley as well as the corn kernels, I think it is, that you need to grow for the Let's Brewery one. There's also some more of the vineyard seeds that I've not got, and I was unable to find them. So we're sort of banking on their Wandering Trader to show up. Not belladonna. What was it? So you've got white grapes, we've already got them. Wheat. Not row. Mandrake. I think we're going to have them, are we? Barley and corn kernels. I know that I picked up the corn kernel one somewhere along the way, but I don't know what I done with them. Did I throw them into this bag? These, the kernels. So it says like won't grow during the season, but if we put it in a greenhouse, it definitely will. Mandrake, belladonna, wheat, aconite. No, we've not actually got any barley seeds somehow. Is there a way of getting barley? Barley seeds. So, loot chest, villager trade, the brewmaster will sell us barley seeds, but we have to find a brewmaster. And I don't know where his workstation is going to be. Crap. Savannah house chest. Oh, so we could find barley seeds in the Savannah house chest. Well, let me work on building a greenhouse. I'm going to build it outside that area. I'm going to build like a staircase going down and do all of that stuff. But first of all, need to clear pockets because this is just not fun. Super glue goes into here. The banner and cherries, kernels, all go into there. And then I've got the glass already, and I made sure I had green dye cooking up. But what did I do with it? I know that I had it cooking somewhere. Did I pick it up already? Or did I throw it in a box already? I threw it in a box. There. Okay, so let me get this greenhouse built, and once I've got it in place, then I'll bring it back. Alright, so fast forward around about 3 or 4 hours, and I have actually been working on a vineyard. So initially I was going to do a staircase going out the back over there, and I did actually start doing it, and then I wasn't really liking the way it was looking. And I was thinking, well, we've already got this elevator built, so I ended up just like digging down and digging a tunnel round to where our vineyard is. But we are going to actually need a whole bunch of different bits and pieces. So where is... Have we got a hoe? Yes, we do. Is that a slime I can hear? I think it is. So we've got white tiger, white savannah. Oh man. Then we've got red, white kernels. So we are still missing quite a lot of the seeds. We've got some hops. So it's barley seeds that we're missing for that. We are going to need sugarcane planting as well. And we've got these weird little totems of growth as well. So I sort of dug this out. Used spruce slabs in order to path it. Got some lanterns for lighting. And then I just done a little bit of block swapping just to make this tunnel look a little bit nicer. So then it leads all the way around to the vineyard area. And then we've got the greenhouse glass, which covers the top of it. There's an element somewhere. We've got half slabs over a water source in the middle, 4 blocks either side. So then we've got full irrigation should we need irrigation for it. And then with the greenhouse glass we can actually grow it in basically any season rather than it being affected by it. And then we've got a green glass just looking out to the hill, but you can't really see it because it is night time. Sleep this night away. So you can actually sort of see through. And look, we've got a rainbow. That's pretty cool. So what I'm thinking is we're going to need sugarcane. Needs to be next to the water, so that can go there. And then this side can be for our let's brew side. So let's do that. One strip's going to be for barley, one strip's for the kernels, and one strip's for the hops. So say hops can go there, kernels can go there, and barley can go there. And then this side, let me quickly look up to make sure I'm getting the right grape seeds for the right thing. I'm fairly sure it's just the jungle ones that need the lattice. So 1 second. Okay, so what I can tell, it is literally just the jungle ones which require the lattice. So if we do, does it not like go off of one another? No. Oh, so maybe you have to just plant it on the lattice. So if we... Oh, okay, so it stretches that way. Oh, okay. So say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if you need it completely like that, but yeah, this is how we're going to have it. And then we can do the other end as well. Do 8 on each side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do that. And then we've got the grapevine stems, which they are supposed to grow quicker on than normal grapes. I don't think I want them that close to the lattice though. So say if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then is it like a 1 block gap that I've done there? Yeah. 1 block gap there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we want, say, red ones can go here. So that's our normal grape. And then we've got our normal white grapes. We can actually extend these up as well, should we wish to. Which I may actually do, just so we're getting more. Where's our bag? Yes, we do that. I can't remember which was which. Oh, these are red, these are white. Okay. I think. Well, I hope anyway now. error. Come on, let me place it. Okay. So red. Okay, yeah, they are red. Be extended up to here. And then white. Awesome. Let's extend these first of all. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, come on. Okay, so put the post back in there. So we've done the normal white, normal red. We've got white tiger, white savannah. So let's go white tiger. We can have that being like 4 on white. Oh, that one's different. Going to want to expand these, so where's our bone mill? There we go. Get a bunch of these. White savannah. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. So white savannah is going to be 1. Oh, that's bone meal, that's not seeds. Oops. White savannah goes up to there. And we want this to be 4, because we're going to want the red savannah there. And then these ones can be expanded as well, which are white tiger. Ah, that's not what I wanted. God damn it. Normal seeds. Thank you. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is them ones done. Awesome. And then we want the 2 jungle. So we want jungle red, jungle white, and then this is going to be savannah red and tiger red. But we still need to get barley, and we still need to expand all of these. Can we bone mill sugarcane in this? No, we can't. How about this? Oh, we can get this though. So I'm going to extend this, and then what I'm going to do is go out on a bit of an excursion to find the barley seeds. So I'm going to go check out some savannah villages, see if I can't find any barley seed. And once I've got it all planted and ready to go harvest and actually attempt some of the brewing stuff, then I'll bring you back. But we are sort of getting all of the infrastructure in place to then sort of test it out to see what we can actually make with it. But yeah, it's a very, very long process by the looks of it. Quite happy with our little greenhouse area though. I'm not too sure how I would go about automating it in the way that it's laid out. I know it is possible if we use like create with the carriageways, and we can have a sort of arm going up and down here, just prodding all of the grapes to collect them. Could be an idea, but yeah, that's going to be something that I sort of look into after I've got all of the grapes and whatnot in place. I am still banking on a wine guy, the Vinery wandering trader, to show up in order to try to get the jungle seeds, because I went to about 3 jungles and for the life of me I couldn't find them. So yeah, I'm going to have to see how that pans out. What was we growing? Hops. Hop seeds. That's this one, isn't it? I think it's this one. Was it this one? Yeah, your kernels. So yeah, let me finish planting this and try to find the barley seeds, and then I'll bring you back. Alright, so around about 30,000 blocks travelled with the Griffin in order to get a whole bunch of different grapes. So we've got red jungle, white jungle, it's got red tiger, white tiger. I think we're still missing red savannah grapes though, but I honestly cannot remember. Let's have a look in our bag, see if we got white savannah. Yeah, it's like I don't remember having the red. So we've got the tiger ones, but we haven't got red savannah, which is weird because I got a bunch of different things. So collect all the different grape variants. So I must have somewhere. Like I must have gathered them at some point. I put them away by accidentally. Might have a bag. I can't see them. I can hear frickin' zombies though. But nevertheless, I did also get the hop seeds. Barley seeds, not hop seeds. That I also got an advancement crop collector. Find all brewery crops. Okay, so that. Yeah, see, we are missing the red savannah ones, aren't we? Okay, what ones are you? You're white tiger, so you need red tiger ones to go on. No, not grape seeds. These ones to go here. Awesome, and then we're going to want the white jungle grape seeds to go on this wall here. No, I'm missing one. God damn it. Oh, God damn it. Pockets are so full. You go away. Yes. That. Yeah. That. And do that. Okay. You can go away. And then we're going to want the, what's it, red jungle on this side. Make sure we get the right ones. Maybe that's what I've done, like I accidentally turned them into the normal grape seeds from Croptopia. Hey, I had just enough to finish that wall. And then we want to grow our barley. Barley seeds. I've also got the two little totems of growth down, and they will like periodically bone mill all of the plants around them. So as you can see, we've got mature barley here already. Annoyingly, these are ones that you have to farm by breaking and picking up. The same for the corn ones, but the hop ones don't seem to be that way. Also, the hop one, all of these other ones are only growing to that high, while this one grows all the way up there, which I don't really fully understand why. My pockets are so full, by the way. We're going to have to do something to remedy this. Oh my god, there's so much random crap in here. Okay, sort that for a sec, and you can go. Oh, barley seeds is something we need. But yeah, we're missing the red grape versions of this one. Yeah. Oh my god. I really need to go do some inventory management. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a break here. See if I can't make sure that I've got the red savannah ones somewhere, because I must have harvested them at some point or another. I'll finish expanding our barley all the way down, gather enough of the crops in that, so that way we can sort of jump into the actual brewing of the beer and whiskey and wines and whatnot to see how involved that's going to be, because yeah, this no real lie, I've been playing modded Minecraft for the better part of about 7 hours today, building all of this and getting it all sort of finding the seeds and whatnot. So probably venture out again to another Savannah village to see if I can't figure out why I haven't got the red Savannah seeds. But yeah, I guess I'll catch you back in a bit. Alright guys, so I managed to get the last lot of grapes from another village that was about 16,000 blocks away, so I've done a ridiculous amount of travelling, and I've done a good few harvests of the grapes. We've got all the different variations of grape, and then I did actually have to go to, I think, 4 different villages to find the seeds for the correct hop plants, because Croptopia adds the hop ones as well. Most of my plants down there was actually, that was how comes there was a difference between the 2 hops that I noticed at the beginning. But I did actually find enough of them. You can actually find wild ones in tiger biomes, I think it is, for the hops. And then we've got the barley. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a test run of the winemaking first of all. So say we want some red and we want some white. Are they the 2 different ones? Jungle. Let's go with jungle then, shall we? Let's see what this does. So if we go and throw, or oh no, you just place them in. Okay, so we can place that many in, say, do that, and then we can do the same for the white. Squidgy sound, and then we want to jump up and down to make it into the juice. Do that, like so. And then we need to get wine bottles. So let's do something like this. All of this can actually be automated as well. The Vinery mod can be automated using Create, which I think is pretty cool. Barring the brewing process, like all of the squidging and all of that stuff can actually be automated though. So if we grab hot wine bottles, to make wine bottles, I do believe it is just, have we got any glass on us? We do actually have glass on us, so if we do something like that, say make some glass bottles, and then we do that, and then we can make a ton of the wine bottles. So then we can grab some of this red jungle juice and some white jungle juice, I do believe. Awesome. So now in order to do this, so if we put that in there, it will fill that bottle and give us empty bottles down here, and then we need to combine these with something. The recipes, oh my god, let me get the recipes up on my other screen. So we are doing what is it, jungle juice. So we've got an arrow is one for the white. We can actually probably do that with stuff we've got on us. Where's our quiver? Yeah. No, I did not want to put it on. How do we open it? Oh, I'm just putting it on. I don't. You know what? Let's quickly go grab an arrow. Actually, let me quickly look to see what other recipes there are. Okay, so the white one we can actually just throw some sugar in with. Sugar, we've got sugar cane, which is here. Do that. So the white one is here. Then if we go sugar up, can we not do that? Where do we put the... Oh, so empty bottles have to go there. They're like a... Oh, okay, so it is crafting. It just takes 4 minutes. And then this one, I do believe we can put iron in. So first of all, let's just fill this up with some more empty bottles. And then the other one is iron. So let's do one of these. And they will have like different potion effects. So the iron one is a magnetized potion effect, and then the sugar one is, I can't actually remember. Where is it? Chestnut, sugar. It is double jump boost. It's called Clark wine. So you can jump a second time in the air. And after it's finished like crafting, so while that's doing its thing, we can actually do some other stuff in the background. So yeah, while that's doing its thing, we can have a look at the other brewery mod, which is over this side. And this one requires, again, there's loads of different recipes. By the way, the written information on these is so ridiculously bad that I'm having to try to go to like 7 different sites just to get enough information to remotely know what I'm doing. Like most of the recipes I'm having to look up on different videos, which is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. So while we're waiting for that, let's go and grab, so we need, let's just do a barley beer first of all. So we need barley and the correct hops. And then I do believe it's like 3 ingredients, but we need dry barley. The silos will actually dry the stuff, so you just put like right click the stuff on them. They've not got any GUI. Same thing with the brew stations, they've not got GUIs. You just sort of right click to interact with them. So this way we're actually drying this, we're getting bags of dried barley. And then when you activate this, it's sort of like a mini game. Let's do this. Come on. One more go. And we're done. Do that. So we need like 1 bucket of water, and then we need an empty bucket as well, because it's like a little mini game to see. Basically, the water can then go too low, it could go too high, which means you need to take water out or put water in. It could start be running low on fuel, so you'll get like smoke particles, or you'll need to put a redstone signal by pressing the right, like this button here. But I don't know if I need an actual button or if I could just right click it, but something that we're going to find out. Let's put, oh, so I think we actually need to click these in. Give me them back. So let's go 1, 2, and then put some hops in. Put our bucket of water. So we're going to want another bucket of water. So I've set up just like a little sink area with some wine racks over there. And then we need to activate it. And then it's like a little bit of a mini game. See what we need to do. Path of archery. Oh, well done, Cloud. Okay, so not enough water. Too much water. Anything else? Not enough water. It's like 45 seconds. Right click the redstone signal. Hey, I got our first lot of beer. Happy days there. And then we need to make some mugs to actually take the beer out. How do we make the mugs? So let's go at Brewery. Beer mugs, so okay, that's fine. It's all doable. Let's make a spruce. Do that. Make a bunch of beer mugs. 4. Okay, so we've got 4 pints, and it's pint charisma 3. And that will actually, it's like all of these give different potion effects, the wines and the beers. This will be, it will lower trading prices with villagers, the pint charisma one. So what I'm probably going to do, let's just check this other wine. Oh sweet, so we've got the magnetic wine. Nice. And then we've got the Clowd wine. Nice. What is he doing? Obtain your first fire wizard spell. Oh, yeah. He was having issues with mobs yesterday a lot. Like, he died so much on the moon. So I told him to start getting into one of the magic mods to try and get some sort of AoE sort of damage. So he's gone with the fire mage line by the looks of it. Which is pretty cool. Can we put like... There we go. Put a beer mug there. Put a wine bottle. Oh wow, that's a big one. And then we can start aging some of these. So if we just leave you in the rack there. That is how you do the beers and the wine. So with the red wine and the normal white wine, they're actually used as ingredients as other items, like other wines. So what I'm probably going to do now is I'm going to sort of set up a table system in the middle here. One, so we can actually have some lighting dotted on it somehow. I don't know how I want to do the lighting yet, but I definitely need lighting. I'm not happy with the torch damage. And then I want to actually put all of the recipes on like either item frames or signs, just so I know what is what. Because otherwise it's going to get very confusing and I'm not really going to know what potion effects is for what. But that's going to take some freaking time to get that all sort of done, so I'll probably catch you back in another few hours, I guess, after I've got everything in place and I've messed about with some of the wines and whatnot. So yeah, catch you back in a bit. Alright guys, I think our pub is haunted. Freaking ghosts keep on spawning around here. So, that last clip I recorded at about 11 this morning. It is now 6:15 in the evening. I've been just non-stop making wines and beers pretty much for about 6 hours solid. But I've also done like all of the signs, so I know exactly how to make each one. And we've got a sort of demonstration or an example bottle just above in the display cases. I am missing one of the beers and one of the wines because they require the chorus fruits. It's not chorus, is it? It's chorus. How did I misspell that? I bet you there's like loads of misspellings in this. Look at that. This one I accidentally made too much of, and I did figure out after a while it was taking way too long to do it just using this. So I expanded our brewing over onto this wall here. And I've got 3 different barrels per each different grape juice. So they're all ready to just basically start brewing straight away. So there is a lot of different wines and with a lot of different potion effects. So water walking, magnetism, haste, instant health. Instant health is going to be a good one. But I did realise as I was making them that we are going to have to start farming some other stuff. One key ingredient is honey. Another one is sweet berries. Another one is cocoa beans. And there was another one. Glowstone dust isn't too bad. It's not used in too many of them. I think it's just like one. Kelp is another one, but water walking, I think it's used in the water breathing as well. Let's have a look on the other side. Which one? Golden apple. Oh, golden apple is the jelly one, and the actual. I have got some blocks so I can show you. Let's grab you. Like, I didn't realise that the actual bottle has the jelly cat from Good Times with Scars cat on the actual bottle, which I thought was pretty cool. And it gives the sort of potion effect of the golden apple, which is really freaking good. But it does actually cost quite a bit, so it takes 3 different wines in order to make one of them wines. So, yeah, just another thing. So, it's not too bad. Like, the wines there, it does take the Bolvar, I think is a bit of an awkward one. Which one? Where are you? Here. So yeah, again, honey, cherries is another one that is a bit of a nightmare to farm because the cherries drop from the dark cherry oak trees and they don't actually drop a lot of cherries each time you cut them down. So yeah, I may actually have to look at a way of farming cherries as well as farming apples as well. I have got an apple tree sapling somewhere, but is it in here? No, your sweet berries. I know that I've got the saplings. I may have put them both away though. My inventory's been getting completely full. But that's all the wine section. So we've got that all sort of sorted and the infrastructure's in place as well. And we've just used spruce wood, and I replaced all of this side with spruce wood as well. Just because the cherry wood was blending in with the floor too much, and I've done all hidden lighting using trapdoors with just torches under it, so you need to be a little bit careful if you go opening them. The beer side of things, we've got the 5 different whiskies and 3 different beers. We are missing the Haley beer, which uses the 2 popped chorus. So unfortunately we've not been able to do the completion on them either. But we've got the whiskies, and each one of these have different potion effects as well. So we've got Healing Touch, which is like a healing brew, but it only lasts like... I did realise as well, making these Netherite, initially after I'd made them, I thought, well, it may have just been a waste because I've just used the original ones. But the Netherite one actually increases the chances of it being level 3. So the beer quality is 3 on all of them. So you've got like Toxic Touch 3, you've got Protective Touch 3, the Healing Touch 3. So it's a lot easier to actually use the Netherite ones than it is to use the bog standard or the copper ones. Also, you can only make the whiskies in the copper or Netherite ones. These big barrels are literally just decorational. They don't actually hold a function, but they do look pretty cool. But other than that, we can go upstairs. I did actually do some decorating upstairs as well in the actual bar area. So in the bar area, we've done the lighting. We've we've stocked the bar with different wines and some beers on the counters. And then we've got some fancy paint-ins up on the wall, just so it doesn't look too bare. I replaced all of the black stained glass windows with the Vinery ones, so they're stained glass windows. And then I extended the balconies. We've got a couple little seating areas out here. And I didn't realise that you can actually do these chains going from wall to wall or fence to fence. So I decided just to use them instead of having the wall going all the way around, just to sort of change it up and just add a little bit more texture to it. But I'm quite happy with the way that it's come out. So, but it's been like, I think in total, playtime is been the better part around about 14 or 15 hours put into this episode. But it's 2 mods that I've not played around with, and then also doing the create stuff. There's another resource that I needed that I was missing, which was brown mushrooms, and I'm going to see if there's a way of setting up a farm for it. At the moment I've just set up a proper like naff farm just above the ceiling where it's dark. So I've just got mushrooms spreading around here. So yeah, every now and again I just come around and I harvest a bunch of them, because all of the whiskies in the brewery mod uses brown mushrooms in order to actually craft them. But I must say, making a wine, although you can do it sort of semi-AFK, you just like fill the barrel with a ton of the actual juice and a ton of the ingredients and just let it go away. And it's you can just sort of AFK if you're doing it in big batches. It's not too bad. But the beers, it's like 5 minutes per craft for each bottle of wine. Is a little bit long. I'm hoping that there's a way of like tick accelerating these at some point, because yeah, it's a very long time to wait around. While when you do the beers, you could get like 5 or 6 beers per brew, and it only takes 45 seconds per brew as well. So I think beers are a lot easier to craft than the other things. These give the pint charisma free. So what we're going to do before ending it off is going to be actually, this is the right level that we need to be on, and I need to reply to this message. So let me do this, hold on. There we go. My phone's probably going to go off again. If we open, there we go. We want to go over to our old base place, because the charisma is meant to give you cheaper trading prices. So, is it home? If we head on over to our traders, which is going to be over here, and we need to find someone who's got some expensive trades. We've already got the hat on, so we already get like a discounted price. But let's see what books Icebreaker. How much is the efficiency? So 44. Let's grab... We don't actually really need to grab that, do we? Okay. So you are now 25. So it's about half the price, which, you know what, isn't terrible. And that is... Oh, I'm standing on the box. Intoxication. And Pint Charisma. So you can actually stack the intoxication, and if you get too drunk, if you drink too many beers simultaneously, you can actually black out and wake up somewhere random. So let's see if we can actually do that. Oh. Okay, everything's gone really weird. Do I need to drink more? Or am I going to black out? Oh. I'm late. Up. And... Oh, cool. So it's sort of like just teleports you somewhere. It's somewhere nearby at least, but I think it's pretty cool. But you do lose... actually, you don't actually lose the actual potion effect that you was trying to get, but apparently you need to know your maximum amount of beers that you're actually able to drink. Did they move me down the floor? Yeah, they did. But nevertheless, let's quickly head on back to the actual tavern. We can go to new base place. Next episode, we are probably going to either work on a few different things. One, get into create a lot more and set up a big farming area here over at the castle, like move everything, all of the automation stuff that we've already got set up over to here, and then set up some more automation for doing like glass and gravel, clay, just so we have a whole bunch of raw resources to build out of and produce stuff with. Or it could be adventuring out somewhere, because I found when I was like going from village to village finding all of the grapes and different crops I needed to actually do tavern stuff, I did come across like 3 massive structures that I've not seen or been in before, even in other mod packs. So we could go on an adventuring episode, or we could try to tackle our storage situation by going into digital storage with applied energistics. So one of them 3 is going to be next episode. I don't know which one it's going to be, but nevertheless, hopefully you have enjoyed today's episode, and hopefully you've checked out these 2 mods. Like, they are pretty cool mods. They do add a lot of unique sort of decorations and processes that I definitely haven't messed around with, so I would highly advise it because it is fun. So hopefully you've enjoyed, and hopefully I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.